Welcome back to the Weekend Edition. I'm Rick Probst, your host. Joseph Primm grew up on a farm in Nebraska. This husband, father, and technology field traveler has provided us with 3 amazing books: Attitude of Words, Changed Lives, and his latest, Live the Journey. It's a book filled with a series of stories that will help guide us on our journey through life to help us achieve our best life. It's Joseph Primm and myself right now on the Weekend Edition. What a pleasure to talk with Joseph Primm. He's got a brand new book out. It's called Live the Journey. Joseph, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you, Rick. It's great to be on your show.
Well, you're a friend of mine. I'm going to call you Joe, and we'll just get on with it. For those who do not know you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, kind of a farm boy from Nebraska, if you will. Grew up on a farm out there, but I've lived here in Atlanta for the last 15 years, working for a technology firm. I've been pretty much blessed to have the same job for the last 25 plus years. But married, I've got 8 kids.
My gracious!
Yeah, quite a few. But that came through divorce as well. So I've had my ups and downs like everyone else.
But it's all good. It's worked out, and it sounds like you're a busy guy. In fact, I know that you are. How in the world do you find time? Because you travel in your job. How in the world do you find time to write books? This is your third one. Your first one, Attitude and Words, and the second one, Changed Lives. How do you do this? Do you just not sleep, or what's the deal?
Sleep is just secondary. I mean, life to me is pretty good thing. When I went through my divorce and had my tough times and kind of got my life turned around, if you will, I kind of realized that, living life, you got to take advantage of it. It is pretty short in a lot of respects, and so I just find the time. I find the time during the night, in the morning, in the wee hours of the early morning when I get in, that 5 a.m. type of thing. But I make time for it because it's something I believe in and something that I really want to do.
We're talking with Joseph Primm. He's got a brand new book out. It's called Live the Journey. Joe, tell us a little bit about the book and why you wrote it.
Well, the book itself is really a series of stories that I've written over the last year or so, and really they're meant to act as a guidepost or a guide map, if you will, for those people out there that are looking for a little inspiration, a little bit of motivation to do something different in their life. I had a lot of people that helped me in my lifetime get me to where I am, to mentor me, to motivate me. And I've thought that, it's something good to go ahead and return that to other people, but we all need each and every day just a little bit of something to kind of push us along. Now, I'm certainly not a professional when it comes to this, and I wouldn't pretend to be a professional. I mean, those people do a great job out there, those that write the professional books, the professional counselors, people like that. But I kind of felt that what was lacking when I was going through my issue was kind of the common everyday man's kind of point of view. So with this third book, what I decided to do was go ahead and kind of lay out a roadmap of things you can do. I really live on 3 different principles, and that is, number 1, believe in a vision, goal, something for your life, and it's all well and good to believe in something, but then you have to act upon that. You have to create some type of a movement in your life to reach what you want. And as you do that and you move through life, you're going to find out that you're actually going to realize that vision eventually. It's sort of like the dog that catches the car. What am I going to do once I've caught that car? When you read a lot of people that have been very successful in life, you'll ask them or hear them say that once they achieve their goal, was that the thing that they wanted? And they said, well, yeah, it was, but there's more. All it really did was it prompted them to believe in more things and to act upon more things. And so as I was writing this book, I kept thinking back to growing up, my childhood. And every year we would drive from Nebraska, where I grew up, on on a really kind of small farm. We'd drive out to California to visit relatives. And my dad would always break out that old road atlas that we always used to go. No GPS back then. and Dad would sit there and he would highlight the map on the route we're going to take. And that route never changed, but we always highlighted that. We always went over it. And California never moved. I always kind of was enthralled by the fact that Dad would seem to think that California somehow either shifted north, south, somewhere, but it never did. But it's that whole idea of planning your journey. We believed we were going to get out there, and then we acted upon it. We drew out the map. We actually drove that map. Wasn't much time to stop on the way, and sometimes the path had to change. There's detours in your life that are going to happen. You're going to have to make changes, the weather, whatever it might be. Circumstance plays a big part in our life and our journey. And you had to kind of plan for that and be able to be flexible with that.
We're talking with Joseph Primm, and it's his brand new book. It's called Live the Journey. Joe, I love this quote from the book. It says, if life were easy, there'd be no need for mentors, friends, or family. Inspiration and motivation would come naturally. How important is it to have folks on your journey? Can you do it alone effectively? Do you need people? What's the deal?
I think it's pretty impossible to kind of do it on your own. If you do, you're going to struggle. You're really going to struggle. There are times in our lives where we try to do things on our own, and it's pretty much like walking into a brick wall many times. You can try and climb it, you can try and break through it, but if you've got friends, if you've got mentors, those people, number one, they're probably going to help you keep you from walking into that brick wall many times. Mentor's going to give you that advice, that little boost that you need to take the right path, to know where you're going in life. Those people, they're really important. They've been important in my life. They've done things for me that you just when you look back, you kind of go, wow, where would I have been if I hadn't had those people in my life? And I believe in it today. I believe in trying to mentor as many people as I can, whether it be through work, whether it be through my church, or just simply the guy down at the Waffle House, adding a little bit of encouragement to his life or to anyone's life.
Joseph Primm has a brand new book out. It's called Live the Journey. This is number 3 for him. Attitude and Words is number 1. Changed Lives. You can pick up Live the Journey on Amazon.com. Where else can you get it, Joe?
My publisher. This is kind of a neat thing. This is my first actual publisher. I'm kind of excited about that. The name of the publisher is WIPandStock.com. That's WIPF and stock. Really great people. They put out some really great books out there, and they took a chance on me, and hopefully I can keep them as a publisher for quite some time to come. Additionally, I am selling my books locally at Books for Less over in the Lawrenceville area on Highway 20 near the Mall of Georgia. So that's kind of an added incentive for me to keep doing these things.
Live the Journey. Did you have that in your heart for some time? Did you just wake up one morning or late at night as you usually write and think? Did it just appear? How'd that happen?
Well, Live the Journey itself, the book, really started out as a different kind of book, or titled book, I guess I should say. Each of us are always trying to gain or to live our best life. And that was really kind of where I was headed for, because I knew that I felt really good about my life and where I was. Sure, there's things that I'd want to improve. There's places I still want to go, things I want to do. But with this book, I kind of had to change it, because I thought, well, everybody's talking about best life. And the book was originally titled Best Life. And I got to thinking, I think Joel Osteen's probably already done that one, and he did it quite well.
Right.
So I was talking to my wife, Laura, and Laura had suggested, well, this journey aspect of it, because she knows that I'm one, like my father, to map things out. So why don't you map out directions for people to kind of give them some guide? And that's where it kind of started moving and transforming for me back in January. And so I kind of went with that, and I kind of follow also my whole belief system, the believe, act, and realize, and thought that's how we going to lay it out for people. We kind of give them some idea of how to take each of those three sections of achieving something and moving forward with it. That's really where it started.
Live the Journey is Joseph Primm's brand new book. Joe, what's been the response so far from folks that have picked it up?
I've had really good responses from folks. They are taking the words. Now, not every story is something that everyone can take, but they're finding pieces of it that say something to them in their life, and that's what's important to me. I don't expect it to be the type of book that will change your life radically or anything like that. I'm looking for it that you've got a bad day going and you pick up the book and you flip through and you find a story and it says to you, you can do it. You can keep moving. And if that offers a little bit of encouragement to those folks, then, hey, that's what's important to me. I have, kind of jokingly with my publisher, we did go through, and I've asked them to try and get me on the Oprah show.
Hey, that would be cool.
That would be cool, but I figure the book will speak for itself if someone finds it. I'm just happy that anyone can get something out of this book.
It is a phenomenal book. It's called Live the Journey. Joseph Primm is the author. You can follow Joe on Twitter. And what's your address there?
My Twitter address is just jprimm, and that's Primm.
And you can also get the book at Amazon.com and the other places that Joe mentioned. Joe, what's next for you? 2011. What's it look like?
2011. Well, we've got a book I'm looking at possibly doing, kind of more of not a life story, not my life, I shouldn't say, but kind of a story that kind of gives people more of a, what's the best way to explain this, a whimsical look at all of the travails that each of us kind of go through every year, every day, every minute, and knowing that, hey, that's just life, type of thing. I haven't named it yet. I'm kind of in the early stages. I'm not a professional author, but they would probably laugh at the way I go about doing this, but I enjoy my writing style, and hopefully people do too.
Well, we look forward to that book, and we look forward to talking to you when that comes out. That would be really, really cool. Live the Journey is Joseph Primm's latest book. Get yours at Amazon.com. Joe, God's blessings to you.
Thank you, Rick. God's blessing to you and all your listeners out there. This has been fantastic.
You can pick up Joseph Primm's book at Amazon.com and follow him on Twitter at jprimm.